Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you get your green gear. 25% off, promo code Jericho1, all caps, and the number 1. Where do I start? Well, first of all, I'm late to the party, but let me talk about the fucking ingrate of the year, Meghan Markle. Now, you may or may not know that she sat down with her eunuch, her husband, Harry, Prince Harry, and they sat down with Oprah, of course. If you're famous and you got some shit you want to sit in a plush environment and talk about, Oprah's your girl. So they sat down and talked with Oprah, and the interview was like 45 minutes, and there's no way I watched all that shit. I watched some of it. I saw some clips, but here's what I got from it. Meghan Markle is an ungrateful turd. And I think, isn't she older than Harry? I think this was her plan all along, to get in there, separate him from his family for whatever sick reason. Even her sister's coming out saying she's full of shit. Anyway, I don't understand the problem. Of course she's crying. What, everybody? What's their favorite word to cry about, to call somebody racist, right? So she said that when she was pregnant, somebody, she wouldn't give any names, what they said was so offensive that she had to sit down and tell Mama Oprah about it, but she didn't want to give any names. So she said that somebody in the royal family asked her about the upcoming baby because Meghan Markle is mixed. She's not a black woman. Stop saying that dumb shit. She's not a black woman. She is a half black woman. She don't even look black. If you didn't know, you would think she's maybe Puerto Rican or Middle Eastern maybe. She don't even look black. And she's not black. She's half black. It's so convenient how when they can use it to their advantage, they simply forget about half of somebody. We wouldn't do that shit in any other facet of our life, but when it comes to racism and it's convenient, they forget about 50% of her. She's mixed. Anyway, this terrible racist member of the monarchy asked her, allegedly, how dark do you think the baby's gonna be? That's what she said. Not, I don't want that little colored bastard in my family, or get that little darky out of here. Nothing like that. Nothing like you would expect based on how she told this story. Nothing. Just how dark is the baby going to be? You could chalk that up to stupidity. You can chalk that up to maybe they didn't know that was wrong. Maybe they just thought that it was a legitimate question. Or maybe they're the second coming of David Duke. Either way, it shouldn't have affected you that much. Toughen the fuck up. Are you kidding me? You're going to walk away from all that because of some bullshit like that? Meghan, you made it. You made it. Most girls want exactly what you had. Now, I'm not talking about the girls who were climbing trees, the tomboys. I'm talking about the princess in the castle and the Barbies and the unicorn type girls. Most girls, when they are little, want the life that you had. You're a duchess, princess, I don't give a shit. None of that is real. You guys have no real power, which makes your situation even better. All you got to do is go around with a giant pair of gold scissors, cut some ribbons and eat some crumpets, and shut the fuck up. Are you kidding me? You had the perfect fantasy life. All of the benefits and none of the risk. You don't got to make no major decisions. You don't have to do shit. All you got to do is go around keeping this old-time tradition alive. Be glad you didn't have to fuck your cousin or something like they usually do back then. Like they've been doing for 1,000 years over there. And what's his name? Piers Morgan, he quit because you were calling the station complaining? Who gives a shit about Piers Morgan? You are a duchess. You're royalty. Are you kidding me? stupid. Why is anybody even giving her play on this? Why are you even taking her seriously? You're a princess. You had it. Keep your pinky out and shut up and live the dream. You're driving around in these fucking convoys of Range Rovers, rolling out red carpets, kissing your hand. Remember when she got married to Harry? That shit was broadcast around the world. You got people in the UK lining the streets to see you walk down the aisle and hop into a fucking white carriage. You rode in a horse-drawn carriage. It's over. If I were in your position, I wouldn't fuck this up for nobody. I get to fall asleep in silk pajamas in a bed big enough for my entire family? Shut up. Oh, it's so racist that I left my career. What career? You had no career compared to what you have now. And Harry's bitch ass, his bitch ginger ass just sits there like, I don't know who you talking about, you fucking idiot. God. You had it, Meghan, and you let your mouth talk you out of it, you stupid ass. What is wrong with somebody from the UK? Tell me if I'm wrong. But from my view in my American seat, it tells me that they don't have to do shit and they live a great life. What racism? Everybody deals with racism. Everybody. Because we're all people of color. Everybody is around people that they don't look like. Everybody has had groups of people fuck with them because of what they look like. We all do. No one group of people has a monopoly on people messing with them because of their race. It happens to everybody. I've seen it. I've seen it. But this is all they have. What else are you going to complain about? You're a princess. You live in a castle. What the fuck is your problem? You wouldn't even see me. If I wasn't out doing some bullshit ass event, opening some children's hospital, I wouldn't give you no problems. I'd be in Buckingham Palace chilling. Listen to my voice echo off the walls. Man, stop this shit. Britain? I mean, we all got our turds. As leaders, I guess, as royalty, are the royalty considered leaders or more like figureheads? They're just representatives of a time past. And anybody who's lucky enough to get in that family, you're worth billions of dollars with no real responsibility. You're like big children. It's like if somebody took a 6-year-old and just made them the size of an adult. Same amount of responsibility, which is 0, with all the fun. What is the problem? They asked how dark my baby was going to be. I'd be like, I don't know. I don't give a shit. Oh, please. Any fucking way. Guess who's back, everybody? Guess who's back? Back again. Chirac back. Shoot your friend. That's right. Chicago, Chirac is back in the limelight. And of course, it's not for a good reason. It's for the reason they're always in the limelight, for killing black folks. If you have a thing for killing black people and there's an itch you just can't scratch because you're tired of getting caught or you're scared of getting caught by the police, hop on a plane to Chicago. They got a 17% clearance rate for their homicides. You got an 83% chance of walking away free. What happened? How did they get back in the limelight? I'll tell you. There was some tow truck yard with a detached duplex. I'll put a link in the description box to the article. It was a detached building that turned into a club/bar. People were over there partying. Shots rang out. 15 people shot. 2 dead. So somebody's not going to the shooting range. Because if you shoot 15 people and you only kill 2, you suck. Now, I'm not saying I wanted more people to die, but shit. 15 people got shot, only 2 died? What the fuck? Anyway, so 15 people shot. Now, you might say, Jericho, that's almost 4 times the requirement for something to be considered a mass shooting. Because the definition I read is when 4 or more people are shot, that is a mass shooting. Crickets. I don't hear nothing from the mainstream mediocres about 17 people getting shot in Chicago, 2 fatally. 15 shot, 2 dead. That's what they do. You going to mark all their deaths coronavirus if they test positive for it? Chicago ain't shit. 15 people shot. How come they don't call that a mass shooting? How come you don't have all these empty suits up there talking about comprehensive gun reform? Because they don't give a shit. Now, if that was a group of white dudes that went up in there and shot that party up, you know every name and everything about every person who was shot at that party. Say their name. They'd airbrush their fucking name all over t-shirts. It'd be on the court at the NBA games, on the field at the NFL games, if only the colors were right. But when it's black folks shooting 15 other black people and killing 2 in one incident, nobody gives a shit. Because the colors don't match. These pieces, these colored pieces don't match. They need the shooters to be white. Then it'll get more attention than you could ever imagine. Then that place will be flooded with news coverage. And we know all about it. But since the perpetrators were the same color as the victim, nobody gives a fuck. And I have a feeling, we're what, late March, we're getting into spring. I have a feeling Chicago's not done. I have a feeling Chicago is going to return to its old form come summertime. Another collection of these savage fucking monsters is going to say, 15? Shit. Hold my unregistered firearm. Hold my firearm that I got illegally because we don't give a shit about gun laws because we're criminals. Chicago has some of the most strict gun laws in the country, yet 15 people shot, 2 dead. But all these guns are coming from across the border in Indiana and all these other states and shit. Because these fools haven't figured out that you can make all the laws in the world that you want, but criminals don't follow them, because that's the very essence of being a fucking criminal, is you don't follow the law. What if, do we need mass hearing tests for these politicians? Because they're not getting, I don't know if they don't hear it or what's wrong with them. But in order to become a criminal, you have to thumb your nose at laws. If you follow the law, you're not a criminal. And since the criminals are shooting all the people, maybe you should tailor the laws to affect them, not those of us who are trying to protect ourselves from said criminals. You want comprehensive gun reform? Make more strict laws on people who shoot other people, people who have guns illegally. Make the laws more strict, make the punishment more strict, and you won't have as many people committing the crimes. Gun law shit don't work. Make the penalties more stiff. Make the jail sentences longer. Actually send them to a prison or jail where they are being punished and not rehabilitated, hanging out with their homies. Busting rocks, and I've said this for a long time and I will continue to say it, we need to outsource our punishment. America does a lot of things right. We got our prison system all fucked up. Number one, the people we have in there, and number two, the way we treat them when they do get in there. There's a story about a guy who was on death row. He got so fat that it was inhumane to hang him because they thought his head was going to pop off. So all this guy had to do to keep from having his punishment carried out was stay fat. How do you stay fat in prison? Why do you have the ability to eat cookies and shit in prison? It's prison. Growing up, we had family members in prison, and my parents and shit would put together these gift packs to send to them. And I'm looking at them put the packages together, and they're getting shit that I can't have. New shoes, radio, our favorite snacks and candies. What the fuck? Even as a kid, I was like, that's not right. Either it's prison or it's summer camp. You can't get care packages from your mommy and your family in prison. You should be turning big rocks into little rocks, and once you do that, we'll get you some more big rocks. But we should outsource it. All these super fucked up countries with these super fucked up laws, and they're corrupt, and their prisoners are eating rats for dinner. Yes, that happens. There are prisons in South America where if the inmates are outcasts, they have to sift through the garbage to eat. I don't have a problem with that. You murder somebody unjustly, you steal, you rape, all that kind of sick shit, that's what you need. You need to search through piles of garbage and rodents to get your food until you die. Fuck you. But not here. Not in America, where we do everything but fucking powder their asses and swaddle them before we put them to bed. So, let's end on a good note, shall we? Let me tell you what happened with my daughter the other day. My daughter is the queen of the last word. Now, if kids would just learn, if you just do what your parents tell you, everything will be fine. We will open up our silos of riches and pour them upon you. We want to see you have fun. We want to see you enjoy yourself because you are a child for a very small amount of time. But they can't do that. They can't listen. They can't do what they're told, and that makes us angry. So my daughter was painting the other day, and for some reason, she took one of our hand towels and wiped her hands on the towel. And I don't mean washed her hands and then dried them on the towel. I mean paint on her hands, towel, paint on the towel. So I'm doing the laundry and I find the towel, the paint dried, it's all crusty and shit. We can't use it. You can't wash out dried paint. So on my way into the living room where she was, I thought to myself, I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to yell at her. We're going to try this. We're going to try to be calm. So I walk in the room. I turn the side of the towel with the paint all over it, and I look at her and I said, sweetheart, this can't happen again. She said, okay, Daddy. I was like, cool. I turn around to walk out of the room. I take one step, and she goes, it was an old towel anyway. Damn it, girl. We almost had it. I almost left the room with no problems. I conveyed my point. You agreed. And I was going on about my business, but you just could not let it go. The queen of the last word must rule her throne. So, of course, after trying to be nice and you wouldn't allow me, I had to be not nice. Daddy, why do you yell? Because you don't listen. I tried it twice with a low voice. You couldn't handle that. So now I gotta pump up the volume. Am I the only one with kids that don't understand? If you would just do what I tell you, your life would be smooth as a baby's butt on a marble table. Not done yet, though. She's only 9. So I got a few more years to go, and I'm sure the queen of the last word will continue to rule. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.